Okay, so we've got 5 minutes to rank all of the aquariums that I've been to. Things that I think make an aquarium good are one, a big tank. It's got to have a lot of big fish to look at or a lot of little fish swimming around, and it's got to be big. Second, jellyfish. Love them. If you're using good lighting to have multiple jelly exhibits that each look individually cool, extra points. 3, touch tank. I want to touch those rays and them sharks and them horseshoe crabs. Also, is any special feature that an aquarium might have, as well as like the other exhibits that are not main features or attention grabbing. So, the first aquarium that I ever went to was New England Aquarium in Boston. It rates pretty highly on my list, mostly because it does have a huge multi-story tank that is the center feature of their exhibit. Got big tank. 2, jellies. When I first went, their jelly exhibit was amazing. When I've gone in recent years, it's left a little bit of me wanting more, but they still have a couple different types of jellyfish. Touch tank. Their touch tank is full of rays. In terms of experiencing it, it's a lot of fun. And their main special feature is that they have a huge penguin exhibit where you can watch a bunch of different types of penguins go swimming and diving and eating. They also have seals outside, which is all pretty cool. I think that a lot of their side exhibits are a little lacking, so overall I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. Now, the touch tank in the shed was okay, so got it. Jellyfish were also pretty good, and they did have some large tanks, which is also part of their special feature, because for them, they have dolphins and belugas, so you can watch different shows and exhibits and like people talking about them and showing you things, and then you can go down underneath and see them swimming by these big giant windows, which is pretty cool. Overall, their side exhibits also are reasonable with lots of multiple rooms, sometimes like different level elevation changes, so I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. Next up is Honolulu. This one I had very high hopes for and was very disappointed. It has no big tanks. It has no jellyfish worth mentioning and no touch tank worth mentioning. If you're in Hawaii, just skip the aquarium and go snorkeling because it's a ton better. 1 out of 5 because it did exist. Duluth. I was really excited that Duluth had an aquarium for one. There were a few jellyfish, but not as many as I'd really like. They had a sturgeon touch tank, which was okay. It wasn't bad. The most memorable tank for me was the one with the shark in it. And there might have been some other largish ones, but none that really came to mind. Their special feature, though, was that they had birds. You could go look at different birds of prey and just learn about their habitats a little bit. Overall, 3 out of 5. The most recent aquarium that I went to was the Ripley's Aquarium in Toronto, Canada. They had a decent jelly exhibit, utilizing lights very well to showcase multiple different species, some with overhead, some with different changing backlight quality. Their touch tanks were a little lacking, but probably actually really reasonable for the animals because you could only touch them if they were specifically coming up to this one level to touch them. There were several really large tanks, with the main one is a tunnel that you would go underneath the big giant tank, and you could look up, and there was all these sharks swimming over you, and there were turtles, and there were fish all around, which is, I think, also their main special feature, is that they have this giant tunnel that you can just stand on the conveyor belt and experience that. They also had a space where you could go and see the filters that they use and the different stats for those, which I also thought was pretty cool. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 because I thought it was just super cool. So, the ratings go Toronto, Chicago, Boston, Duluth, then Honolulu. I have yet to see a 5 out of 5 aquarium, but I have hopes. And I really want to go see the Atlanta, Georgia aquarium at some point because they have whale sharks, and I really like whale sharks and think they're cool. Or I'd also be willing to go to one in Asia. I know that there's several aquariums in Japan, at least, that have whale sharks. So, thank you for listening up to my high preference aquariums and the rankings of the aquariums I've been to.